might be the most subjective video I've ever made. And I guess while everything to really do with fragrance is inherently subjective because it's all opinion based,
it's opinions based.
I feel like this one is very generalized and I might ruffle some feathers here and there. But that being said, tier list videos are one of my literal favorite genre of videos. I think they're so entertaining. And so today we're gonna be actually making a tier list of fragrance notes. I've never done something like this before, so I'm hoping it is fine. Okay, so here we have our tier list. We're definitely not going through every single one because there are just so many, and also some of these are just crazy and really niche, like Asphalt and Old Book. So yeah, we're not gonna be rating those ones, but okay, so we have S tier, which is perfection as a fragrance note, all the way down to F tier, which I don't think there will be many notes in F tier because there's none that I think are truly just absolutely awful, all across the board. Starting off with apple. So if we're talking green apple, honestly close to A to S tier for me. If we're talking red apple, D tier. I just cannot stand red apple. Since it doesn't specify, we're just gonna put it in B. Okay, benzoin. I like this note. It's very sweet, it's kind of powdery, and it has a synthetic touch to it, but sometimes it can smell, it can be overly synthetic, so I wouldn't really rate it higher than B. Orange is a very, just classic citrus. I don't have a whole lot to say about it. It's a B tier. Oh, it's B tier. Bergamot this is such a core fragrance note. I'm borderline wanting to put it in S tier, but we're gonna put it in A tier for now. Black pepper, I feel like it can be overwhelming really easily. It's just so spicy and has a very distinct scent profile, so I'm gonna put it in C tier. Blackberry is one of my favorite fruits, and I do really like how it smells, but I feel like they always smell the same to me, and it does have kind of a juvenile, or not juvenile, but a very young, candy sweet scent profile to it. So we're gonna put that in B tier. Blackcurrant, I do not like this note. I'm someone who thinks this has kind of a pissy smell, and so yeah, not a huge fan of blackcurrant. We're gonna put her in C tier. Cacao, it's great. It can be kind of bitter and nutty, but I think it can add a lot of depth to a fragrance. I don't have a ton of fragrances that have a cacao note, so we're just gonna put it in B tier for now. Caramel, I feel like this one can go so wrong so easily, but at the same time, I feel like there are a lot of fragrances that I love with caramel. It's B tier. Cardamom, this is not a note that I am a fan of. I think it is too spicy and turns the fragrance too oriental. Generally, I do not like this note. We're putting it in C tier. Cedar, this one I'm not a huge fan of. I don't know why. There's something about a cedar note that just makes things a little bit too spicy for me. The fragrance will oftentimes get so woody that it is just a little bit heady, and so I generally don't really like cedar. I think it's okay. Cherry is one of my favorite flavors, but I think in fragrance it's just so overdone. Every time I think of cherry, it's just that same Tom Ford Lost Cherry DNA, and it's getting really old, and I don't think cherry is done super well in fragrance. So even though I love the flavor and the scent, or I used to love the scent of it, it's okay. Chocolate, not a super common one actually. We're putting it in B tier. Pear, I think is, oh my god, these are so out of order because I was dragging them around to keep the ones that I want to rank at the top, and so they're supposed to be kind of in alphabetical order, but clearly they're not. Anyways, pear, spoiler, I think this is the only fruit that I am gonna put in S tier. This is one of my favorite notes ever, and I will die on this hill. I think pear is so delicious and fresh and crisp. Peach, it's sweet, it's syrupy. I think if a fragrance has a peach note, it will smell very peachy. I would put it mid B tier for now. Cinnamon, I don't like this in fragrance. It's kind of the same as cardamom, where it kind of just takes over a fragrance. Coffee is kind of in the same boat as cardamom and cinnamon, but I think it's even worse. I honestly do not think that coffee notes belong in fragrance. I think that if the coffee note is prominent enough, it is just too strong and it really takes over the fragrance. This is gonna be my first D tier. I don't like a coffee note. Fig, I think fig can be, oh my god. Okay, now every time I think of a fig note, I just think of the new Tom Ford fragrance, and that one smelled so bad to me. But I think like a really yummy fig nectar note can be good. We're gonna put like bottom of B tier for now. Freesia, S tier. This is such an elite floral. I love fragrances with Freesia. So sweet and pretty and delicate, and I love it. Gardenia, very just like typical basic perfumey department store-esque kind of floral. I mean, I think it's good. I don't particularly love it. I'll put it in like mid B tier for now. Ginger, we're putting it in like bottom B tier. Dates they have such a unique kind of brown sugary sweetness. I don't have a ton of fragrances that I love with dates, but I think that they can be good. So we're gonna put it in like mid B tier. Grapefruit, I think this one is a little bit less versatile than orange, and because it has like a bitterness, it can come off strong. I still really do enjoy grapefruit note though. So we're gonna put her in like bottom of B, or actually no, like mid B tier. Below orange, but still in B tier. Gaiac Wood, I hope I'm remembering the note correct, but I don't remember liking this one. This one's kind of like Akigala Wood, where it's just so strong, and it's a kind of woody note that is not for me. We're putting it in C tier. Hazelnut is very delicious. I love a nutty note. We're gonna put this in A tier. Oud, okay, this is such like an iconic, just classic fragrance note, but I personally am not the biggest fan of oud. And so I feel like kind of like uncultured for doing this, but I'm just gonna put it in B tier. I'll put it at like top of B tier though. Heliotrope, I really like fragrances with heliotrope. I honestly could not tell you like exactly what this actually smells like, but every time I see heliotrope in a fragrance note, there's like automatically like a 75% chance that I will enjoy the fragrance. So we're gonna put this in A tier. Honey, I generally don't love this note in fragrance. I think it can be okay, but it's just too sticky. It has a very animalic, waxy kind of smell if it's prominent enough, and so while it can add a nice like sweetness, I don't think I would put it higher than C tier. I'm not a fan of incense. I think it can add like a unique, like smoky, like foggy, mysterious essence to a fragrance, but generally with incense, it just smells too kind of like smoky, and yeah. Anyways, we're putting this in C tier. Passion fruit, I love this note. It is so sweet and fun and tart, and I think it's great. I don't think I could put it higher than like top of B tier, because it is just like, it has a very kind of tropical aspect to it that I think makes it not very versatile, but I'm definitely okay with putting it like top of B tier. Iris, I really enjoy an iris note. This is one of the florals that I think just always has a very mature and kind of complex scent profile. It's not overbearing, it's not super commercial. I think iris is kind of polarizing, but I think it's a fantastic note. Jasmine is one of the most common notes, like literally ever. And I think for good reason. It just smells so good, like jasmine flowers, but I also think that this note is so overdone and it can smell not good. So like I really don't know where I want to put this one, but I'll put it in like A tier for now. Patchouli, I feel like this is gonna scramble some eggs. I am not a patchouli girly. It's very strong. I don't think it's awful. If the patchouli note is like stands out too much, it just, yeah, no, I can't do it. We'll put it like mid, actually, I'm okay with putting it high C tier. I feel like this one can really ground a fragrance and give it a complexity and also make it last longer, so I don't think it's bad. I think it's okay. Orris Root, S tier. What does Orris Root actually smell like? Couldn't tell you. But Every time I see orris as a note, the fragrance is so good. My favorite fragrance of all time, Mod Vanilla, has like an orris butter note, and I think part of the reason why I love the fragrance as much as I do is because of how this note is done. Pineapple is, again, this is like same boat as passion fruit. It's good, but it isn't super versatile. Osmanthus, I love a tea note. I think that this one is definitely not for everyone. Okay, anyways, we're putting it in A tier. Labdanum. I actually don't remember what this smells like, but I don't remember particularly loving a fragrance with it in it. I think this one might have kind of a like a waxy aspect to it. I'm gonna put it in like low B tier. Pink pepper, this is kind of a step up from black pepper. I think it has a really pretty floral warmth to it. Definitely is something that can be overdone. I would not put it higher than B tier. I'm gonna put it like high B tier. Lavender, definitely a very polarizing note. I personally love lavender. Growing up, I had a lavender bush like outside my house, and I think it just has such a unique smell. It's so clean and fresh, and I think for a lot of people it can smell kind of soapy or like a cologne, but I think when done right, lavender can be so beautiful, and this to me, okay, my laptop's about to die, but anyways, A tier. Plum. I've come to realize that I actually love plum notes. I think sometimes when plum notes are too pruny, they can smell kind of like a raisin, and just like, that's not my favorite. But when they're done really well, like in Mod Vanilla as well as Alphabet Enchanted, oh my god, such a chef's kiss. This is like top of A tier for me. Leather. No, I can't do it. This, I'm putting it in D tier. I've never liked leather as a fragrance note. It is just, no, we're not doing it. Lemon, this to me is a tier below orange and grapefruit. It's just too zesty and zingy and kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. Lemongrass, honestly, is this even common enough? I'm putting this in D tier. Okay, Lily, yeah, we're putting this in A tier. Very lovely, clean, softly sweet floral. Lily of the Valley, same boat. We're putting that in E tier. Linen, this is a very fresh, clean, like fresh laundry note. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but I definitely don't dislike it. Or B tier. Magnolia, yeah, this is going exactly where Gardenia is going. They're both just very kind of commercial smelling white florals. They're pretty, but I don't particularly love them. Mango. I honestly don't think I have come across a mango fragrance that I actually really like. I feel like this is gonna be kind of same as passion fruit and pineapple, but I would put it lower, so like bottom of B tier. Is that fine? Okay, actually, this is my list. Like, matcha, you know, I love matcha. I've never seen like a true matcha note in a fragrance. I feel like we're still waiting on that, but A tier. Orange blossom, I think it can be a little bit overdone and can smell just like department store-esque. It is like a white floral that I do enjoy. It's top of B tier. Metallic notes, no. Absolutely not for me. They can smell kind of sweaty, and it's just not a fan. I love milk notes. I think they can go they're like caramel where they can go really, really wrong. But so many of my favorite fragrances do have some semblance of a milk note. I'm gonna put it in like mid B tier. Watermelon, no. I already like hate watermelon as like a flavor. And in fragrance, I think it can smell too juvenile. There is the coral fragrance from Lattafa that I do like, but generally, we'll put this like bottom of C tier. Whipped cream. I like want to put this in S tier. I love whipped cream, but I feel like that's just gonna like erode my credibility. Like people are gonna be like, oh my god, this person has such like a juvenile. Okay, we're just gonna put it at top of E tier. I'm not gonna put it above Bergamot though. Ylang Ylang. Yeah, this one has a very unique waxy tropical quality to it. I think it is just very fragrant and it stands out in perfumes. Like when it's present as a note, like you know it's there, but not in like a loud or obnoxious way. So we're putting it in A tier. Smoke, no, I don't think I've ever liked smoke in a fragrance. Would I put it in, I would put it like bottom, we'll put it like below incense. Powdery notes. I love a powdery note. Definitely not for everyone. It can make a fragrance turn kind of baby powdery, but when done right, I think it can be so beautiful. So we're gonna put her in like mid B tier. Suede is like leather, but a little bit more palatable. I still don't love it, so we're gonna put this here. Strawberry, I do love some fragrances with strawberry, but I think it can also smell very kind of like all the same. Like a lot of strawberry fragrances just smell super similar, and I would not put this higher than B tier, but I think like mid B tier is fair, like maybe there. Violet is a floral that I don't particularly love, but I do think it's good and it can be really well done in fragrances. I think it does have a very, it's kind of like Iris, where it has a nice complex scent profile, but I think I like it a bit less than Iris. So I'm gonna put it next to Gardenia and Magnolia. Watery notes, I've never been a huge fan of like aquatic, oceanic kind of fragrances, but I think it can be good. We're gonna put it in B tier. Water Lily, I think similar tier as like some of these florals. We're gonna put it in B tier. Rhubarb. This one is very strong. I think a lot of people don't like rhubarb, and honestly totally valid. So we're gonna put this in like C tier. Rose. I feel like for so many people this is an S tier note, and like I kind of get it, but rose is just not my favorite note. I feel like every time I am reading a note breakdown for a fragrance and I see rose, I'm just like automatically like a little bit less interested in smelling it. But I think it's so like core fundamental. You know what, I'm just gonna put it like B, like mid B tier. I think I would put it above pink pepper. Tea, that's going straight to S tier. Love a tea note. Sandalwood, S tier. Absolutely yes. I think it's just one of the most versatile and just like safe base notes. I think it's such a great backbone for a fragrance. It's smooth, it's woody. It's a wood that is very kind of palatable for me. It's not like cedar or other types of wood that really just like overwhelm you. I love a creamy sandalwood note. I think it's so beautiful. Sage, I don't like super like herbal, aromatic, herbaceous kind of notes. I would put this in like, oh, definitely above lemongrass. Actually, I don't like lemon. We're moving this to D tier. Tobacco, I don't think I've ever liked a tobacco fragrance. I think it can have like a nice complex scent profile. I would put it like top of C tier. Actually, yeah, we'll put it like here. Raspberry is actually my favorite fruit, but as a fragrance note, honestly, I do like raspberry a lot actually. We're gonna put it like near the top of B tier. Sorry, not the top of the list. Vetiver is not for me. It is so green, but that being said, like it has a really unique scent profile. Like it is so just uniquely aromatic, and I can see why it's used so commonly in a lot of colognes and perfume at that, but it's not for me. I would put this top of C tier. Tonka, A tier. We'll put this like high A tier actually. Move this down a little bit. Yeah, again, such a great, just like staple note in a lot of sweet fragrances. Very versatile. Vanilla, yeah, straight to S tier and top of S tier. They're literally like, you cannot beat this note. It is like the most common perfume note for a reason. It's so incredibly versatile, and my favorite fragrances all have vanilla in some form. So yeah, I don't think I need to talk more about this one. Tuberose, oh, I love this one. I don't think I would put this one in S tier because it can potentially come off like grape soda-esque, but definitely at least like mid A tier for me with this like here. And then I think heliotrope can go down a little bit. There is another note that belongs in S tier, and can you guess which one it is? If you guessed musk, you are correct. Hold on. This is going straight to S tier. This, to me, is the only fragrance note that can even really come close to competing with vanilla. In terms of just like versatility and its impact on fragrance as a whole, musk is so incredible. If we're talking about the musk that comes from the actual animal, F tier. The synthetic musk that they use today, S tier for sure, and top of S tier at that. We actually don't even have anything in the F tier. You know what? Something has to be here.
Blood?
Let me see if we want to make any final adjustments. Okay, honestly, I feel like Gardenia, Magnolia, and Violet should be a bit higher. So we're gonna put this actually here. Wait. Yeah. No, we're moving milk up. When done right, milk notes are so lovely. I think cherry can be a bit higher. I would put it like top of C tier. Cardamom as well. We'll move it a little bit. I am so brain dead right now. I'm sorry, I slept like 3 hours. How did we forget neroli and coconut? Okay, this is going straight to like top of A tier. I love neroli. Such a great fragrance, or a good floral note. Coconut is definitely one that can go very wrong. If it leans like super tropical and suntan lotiony, I honestly cannot really stand it. But it can also be really creamy and delicious and add such a beautiful sweet touch to a fragrance. So we're gonna put this like here. Industrial blue.
Why is this here?
I'm gonna move pear down a little bit. We're gonna put sandalwood here. This is my tier list for fragrance notes. Obviously, this is not all-inclusive. There are so many that I skipped and that we have missing, but I think we have a lot of the core ones here. Let me know your thoughts and if you agree or disagree. Also, let me know if I like missed any notes, because I definitely did. I feel like there are some really core ones that are just like not on this like tier list template. But this has been fun. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're all well. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you soon.